Hello everyone. Good evening. It's 7:20 p.m. Today is Sunday, 11th April. So Saturday and Sunday we had and still going on this lockdown, complete lockdown, but kids are playing down. So Gudi Padwa is arriving on 13th, day after tomorrow. Good. I do editing and I remove the long pauses, but initial stage is as such that we need to show like we are not skipping something, we are not pausing, taking long pauses, and people hear our voices so that they understand, so that they come and they can relate and they know what I'm talking about. We understand more and more to create, develop much more a great group who realize, release, understand much better than anyone else. This is like searching for some extra words, not the similar word which sound similar. What will it make difference? It makes difference in my mind. It makes me think when others are stating same. How I can make difference by saying people to join and we can change the world together. How they will understand me on my initial stage. At least I have stepped forward to speak about something near to they understand. What if they know the truth later on and they will relate much more, expect much more, and state all these years was my childhood a lie? Then I will say, even I feel the same. Then I have a good study about that the world is a stage and we are acting on it. We are playing drama. So that keeps me on holding. Okay, that was said. So it is a dramatized form we are in. And this was already said. So I don't have any point to state like my life was a lie. If I say about me, then others will also relate and state. Or what if I won't say and later on they say and I won't be able to accept or digest what I wanted them to understand and what they now sense it. Somewhere to a certain point, we may have a situation where we feel hopeless, not trustworthy, not to trust anyone, including everyone, in whoever you can think about. I doubt this, I doubt that, I doubt everyone, I doubt up, I doubt down. I doubt the existence. I doubt the beyond. I doubt everything because we may be so shocked, we may be so shattered, we may be so angry about why we never knew the truth. But let me tell you, I when I came to know, I was speechless. I didn't had a sound enough to make statements. I felt no, somewhere whatever is being told to me may be lie. My life is not a lie. My existence is not a lie. So why should I always think about and be speechless that whatever till now we know in books, from videos, through audios, or whatever people have said about each other, or whatever they have said about some existence, what are we in search of? Some truth? Or we feel it's a lie? Or someday someone from far comes and tell us all you know was truth, but brings and becomes a stop. From now things will be changed because I am here with you all, and no more worries. It's good that you have known it today. What if you had known it that day when it was a truth? Now it has become a fantasy or some imagination or some story, fable to tell people about. When we were sleeping, something was happening there beyond, and we don't know why there is the existence of something and why there is non existence or presence. We always pray to Him, but to realize that in reality and the drama and the film is different. In movie they show some light comes and it changes your life. I always felt this, whether it will happen in real. I always liked those movies. The light comes from the sky and it engulfs, or the blessing comes on the person and the miracle happens to his life and everything is changed. Then I used to feel why we are not that kind of person which they show in the movie. The person is so much in trouble. The person has so much of problems in his life. Even he is physically unable to carry the load. That's why God is there. Even the movie shows. Then I used to feel uh, I can say a song which I used to think about, but the song is about when we think that we have so much of trouble, then we should always compare that time that others' problems are higher, but not in the terms of God, that if I have higher trouble, then only God will help me, or the day God thinks that I have meditated so much, then he is happy and he is coming. हम लोग हिंदी में कहते हैं ना, भगवान प्रसन्न हो गए और उन्होंने दर्शन दिया, तब वो खुश होकर कहते हैं कि मांगो तुम्हें क्या चाहिए, और डायरेक्टली द लाइट कम्स एंड दे नो व्हाट प्रॉब्लम वी हैव. तो रियलिटी में ऐसा लगता है कि ऐसा क्यों है कि हमें बताना पड़ रहा है भगवान को कि हमें ये प्रॉब्लम है. मतलब जिस दिन मुझे बचपन में मुझे ऐसे कहना पड़ रहा था, मूवी देखा मैंने, उसके बाद में कि मैं भी ऐसा कुछ, लेकिन जब मुझे कहना है भगवान को, एंड दैट वाज रिलेटेड टू स्टडी बिकॉज एग्ज़ाम था नेक्स्ट डे, कि मुझे एग्ज़ाम में पास कर देना. दिस आई एम सेइंग नाउ बिकॉज आई कैन say simply now because I am not into that situation, and now I am more courageous and strong enough to speak about what I used to think but couldn't utter even in front of God. I mean, मंदिर के पास near the temple or pray to him. I don't know what emotion is that. Is it a fear? Is it, हम लोग हिंदी में हिचक कहते हैं, हिचक, एक हिचक होता है, ये अपने अंदर से एक आवाज़ आती है ना, हम भगवान से क्या मांग रहे हैं. तो ये एक हमेशा से अंदर से एक हेजिटेंस रहता था. जैसे अभी मैं सर्च कर रही हूँ ना वर्ड, करेक्ट वर्ड, तो वैसे ही मुझे भगवान से प्रार्थना भी करनी होती थी ना, तो मैं सोचती थी मैं कैसे कहूँ और मैं क्या कहूँ, कैसा लगेगा कि हम कह रहे हैं कि हमको एग्ज़ाम में पास कर देना, क्योंकि हमारे अंदर से पहले शुरू से ही आवाज़ आती है कि तुमने उतनी मेहनत नहीं की है जितना फर्स्ट रैंकर ने मेहनत किया है. एंड द फैक्ट इज़, द सेकेंड पॉइंट, जब अपने अंदर आवाज़ आती है तो वो आवाज़ कहती है ना कि तुम्हें तो उतना नहीं मिल सकता है. तो ऐसा लगता है ना कि हमें ही सब जवाब पता है कि ये आंसर तो इतना कठिन है, जब आ ही नहीं रहा है, तो अगर मैं भगवान से प्रार्थना करूँगी कि कल ना एग्ज़ाम में मुझे सब आ जाए. In case if I ever said that, I didn't say, it's like just assuming now for my past, is that if I state, the hard answer becomes so easy and I can write tomorrow in my exam. But it never happened because the hard answer is always hard, and that time I didn't had any guide to understand, a guide in the sense the sharp understanding. I used to convert in my own words, but I said I was never ever contented, because when I start comparing to the answer given and what I'm supposed to write, I was not contented, because the tough words, the hard words, I used to skip it. Sometimes I used to search for some easy words for those hard words. Even Hindi I used to feel very tough. So when we read, study, understand, and when we try to judge ourselves, that time we can easily make out, oh, what is my caliber. It's about this word I later on came to know in my life when I was already grown up, when I was working. But caliber word I never knew in my 90s. In the year, I was straight 90s is like age came out in the year 90s or 2000 when I was studying. So we can understand and relate that the today's wisdom and that time's innocence, such a far difference it is. Why I said this word? Because that time I was very innocent, but today I am a more knowledgeable but still clever. Speaking about so much and then that too not able to understand, but that too, even in that I'm clarifying so much, but somewhere not understanding something, that what has happened in my life. It's like, we grown up, we are reading book of a child, of a fourth standard student, and we take it so maturely. We think it's so easy, we can do it. But a fourth standard student is a small child. When the comparison starts between the two of them, this is how now grown up people are thinking or not thinking about their kids. They think it's so simple to understand, but it is not simple. I have seen and read the books of a fourth standard student. I have seen and read, understood on my own, and tried to relate to my studies during my time. So I feel very sympathetic about the kids, but still they are making so much good marks. Now, what is missing here and what is missing in my studies? During my time, I was innocent. I did hard work, but the planning part never I knew, made it simple in my own words. So I scored marks in that way and understood things in that way, but always felt that I am not the caliber, is not up to mark, or I used to think I am not up to that mark of a first rank holder. As a student, I felt that because your inner self states when you read the answers. And that is how growing up today, you state or fix yourself in so many containers. When I didn't understand so many answers, when I can't understand physics, when I can't understand so many chemical formulas which I have to rectify, I have to mug up so many medicinal names, botany, zoology, maths, accountancy, so many practice. But one tough question makes your life tougher, and you think you're tougher. That time we, you know, knock our own doors in our brain. Where were you while we were studying? आ जाएगा. This is very easy. The question and the answer, and yeah, rectified. याद रहेगा. But as soon as it comes in the exam, the memory goes away. Where does the memory go? I had this problem, and sometimes during the secondary schooling, the harder questions or the longer answers were so tough. I forgot prayers also. I mean, that's why I never felt that God is there. Why? Just because of one answer. It's not about one answer. It's about the all the experience, the exposure I had in my past, and sitting today and explaining why I was, and always speak about studies in my life, why I will state better in future to everyone, why this is so important. Still today study is so much important. And if I say I am brilliant when God is telling me, I ask him why I was so innocent or duffer or not a sharp memory I had. I mean, I give so many alternatives or options to myself that I don't accept that if I am sharp, I am intelligent. What happened when in my written exams? What happened to me when I was giving my orals? I used to stammer, I used to forget. Why? So, this question we can ask only God. And this now, the confidence of stating that other will tell me that this is what you are, then now how I got the courage to ask God. It's like reverting the question to him, why I am like this. It's like we can ask the question to the God, is any organ less, the memory which I don't have the control on. The hard work I did, I was obedient student, but why I am not a PhD holder, why I am not a doctor, why I am sitting at home here speaking and thinking that I will form a group someday. And this is the only platform. So much of sadness to learn what you really are. A total different person from what actually you are. What if you know that I have written a book in my past, or I had made all the books and literature I have sent. I gave the right knowledge to everyone. What if people will know and now still talking about that what is there? Still I'm incompetent. Still I speak about this. Still I'm not gaining any fruitful result. Still I talk about Goddess Saraswati. What if that is that goddess which gave Vidya? Why I have less? So everyone can relate to this. This is why I'm speaking about, and this is my true story I'm speaking about. This is nothing. And if it feels case sensitive, then why this is made as such? Why my story is written as such that I'm sensitive about studies, the knowledge, why I am not the person what I am. And then people can blame about their problems, the loss which I have suffered. No one else has suffered on this earth. I can simply state them. The loss has no memory to it now. But with the given position, I can relate easily, even in this condition, that there might, may have been a big loss. That is the reason I don't have the memory towards it. It can be a before birth story which I don't know. But knowing self, talking about self, and now nobody can say that I was poor, because the words are given to me, and I know there are more intelligent people still around, but for me, whatever cleverness now I have, I hold, or is with me, is been daily improving and given to me in words. I understand and I speak. So you can feel the fluctuation and tone difference in my voice. So much I learn daily. At least God knows that I am a good student, that I learn so much. But people on earth will always relate you with the degree you hold on earth. So that is what I wanted. That I want this degree over here. That no one can state that you're less qualified. Because I have heard tags. Oh, you're only graduate. I mean, commerce is not so, very easy. But then too, being just a graduate is like just a graduate. But I have had tough time to achieve this degree, and one day when people will hear the stories about me, when I tell them, they will understand better. They will state, oh, at least you managed to get the degree. If we would have been, we could have not be able to even stand. So it's like speaking about self, thinking that some people are listening and understanding, but the answer will be like what she's speaking about. The actual answer will be as such. Till everybody knows the story and start reversing the video what I'm saying. It's like talking about myself, me so much. I never did in my life. And this is making me so conscious. It's like now I'm the recent speech. I thank me for understanding me. It's like finally I got the speech to be more courageous, to thank self and speak about me so much. And you can make out with the my way or movement that it makes me so uneasy to speak about or self praising, that I'm learning, how much I'm learning, that even my body is reacting because I never did that. But when I learned and when I heard this speech, that was a great motivation. Then I thought of even I can try. And now, when everybody likes the same speech, you can make out. Even people who are already very bold, who are already very smart in their life, they like this speech. And what about us? But if everybody is relating to this speech, so you can make out who has given this speech, so that we feel more boosted and step forward and speak about self and thank self. Thanking me is like thanking directly and directly to the one and only who has helped you from inside. Though he is not saying this is me. Now, this me is like thanking me. It's like if you praise yourself, if you thank yourself, it's like directly praising your Lord. This is the meaning about loving yourself. If you appreciate yourself, it's like appreciating the work done by the God for you, behind you, everything for you. And there he feels satisfies. He feels the satiety, contented, that okay, the work done here is achievable. Now they can walk in their life, or whatever you can think about. It's like, me as a mom thinking about the son. Similarly, God thinks about us. He works from inside us. He is so much supporting, a support pillar. This is I have understood. So it's like, first I criticized myself because I couldn't hear the criticism to be the fact. It's like now when I speak about myself, I criticize myself to understand the flaws or the situations. But if I'm not prepared even in this way, how I will take even a small word which is against me from other people, which will come later in my life. So, first we have to speak about self, about what the weakness we have clearly, not to give somebody a hint that this is my weakness. It's about progressing and working on that weakness, and it may help to motivate others to work on their weaknesses. And let me tell you, if somebody uses your weakness against you, then you know what kind of person they are. You simply stay away from them. They are not your friend or family. The toxic people, whoever they are, if they don't understand, then you have to stay away from them. But the people who understand and take it as a motivation, guidance, boost you up, learn from it, and grow, and thank you for your work and your experience and your actual facts you have shared. So much of courage you took to speak about your weakness and then to convert into words is a strength now we get. sometimes we may not know what weakness we have, so we have to speak about it in front of us only, in front of self, in front of me, in front of mirror, speaking to self. And with this, when I speak about mirror, I can imagine that it is very difficult to speak in front of mirror and have a dialogue with the self. So you can understand the dialogue. Monologue we always had, but mirror, it's like you here and your reflection there, you both speaking. It's a dialogue, because once you say something you get the answer from your within, and definitely you will always have an answer. Though you feel something a skit, you may feel some funny about, but you definitely get answer from your within. You always have the answer with you. So with this good notes, I end this video and hope to motivate everyone and have a good group soon.